Sometimes, when you walk through the forest, you can suddenly hear this sound. Tok 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 tok. Or this sound. And after that, you sometimes hear this screechy noise. These sounds come from a bird called the woodpecker. This is a very strange bird because woodpeckers ram their beaks against trees. That's where that sound comes from. But don't woodpeckers get headaches when they do this? Thankfully, woodpeckers have very strong beaks and skulls. The skull takes all the hits to protect the brain. So, woodpeckers don't get a headache and don't get brain damage. And that's a good thing, because hitting trees is how woodpeckers get their food. Underneath the bark of dead trees there are all kinds of insects and bugs. And woodpeckers do the same thing with their beaks, what I'm doing here with my hands. They ram in the bark of a dead tree to eat the insects living in the tree. But that's not the only reason why woodpeckers hammer in trees. It's also a way woodpeckers talk with each other. At the end of the winter and early spring, you hear a lot of woodpeckers repeatedly hammering in trees. They are making these sounds towards each other because they want to mate. And afterwards they make nests for the young woodpeckers. They make these nests by ramming holes in the trees. These holes are the homes of woodpeckers. And usually they choose a tree with a soft bark so it's easy to make a hole. But now I wonder, what does a tree actually think of that? Hey tree, what do you think of that woodpecker hole? Oh wait, I can't talk with trees. Luckily, I know a friend who can talk with trees. Klaus, the final boss.
Hey Klaus, I think you need to find a new home. It's starting to become winter. It's too cold for me.
Okay, Jan. Hey, Birch Hank, could I live with you? Hey, why are you crying?
A woodpecker made a hole in my bark.
So trees get damaged when woodpeckers make their holes in them. Luckily, because woodpeckers prefer soft trees, they usually choose sick or dead trees for their holes. But sometimes they're also very stupid woodpeckers that choose buildings for their holes. Like this crazy woodpecker who has made a hole in a white tower. And the reason for this is because there can be a lot of insects living on large buildings such as towers. And while searching for insects, they suddenly discover that they can also make a hole inside a building. And there are all kinds of woodpeckers. Great spotted woodpecker, middle spotted woodpecker, little spotted woodpecker, green woodpecker, black woodpecker, and woody woodpecker. Okay, so the conclusion why woodpeckers hammer in trees is searching for food, make contact with each other, and building their nests. And if you take a good listen while walking in the forest, I'm pretty sure you're gonna hear woodpeckers and maybe even see them. And if you want to see more videos on this channel, a like and sub would pack a punch and be super cool. Thank you for watching.